People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, Arsenal's under-23s defeated their derby counterparts 3-1. And I'm proud of our boys. I'm proud of our young players. I'm proud of players stepping up in the absence of Balogun. You know, we scored 3 goals. There was a penalty saved by Okonkwo. You know, the only bad thing is we conceded a goal. But against a good Derby side at under-23s level, I don't mind that. As you lot know, Derby's a side where if you look at their first team, they've got a lot of young players in the team, and you've got a couple of debuts this year. Historically, under-18s, 23s, Derby are a good club at producing players. They have a lot of good technical players. And you saw it in the under-23s game, you know, even though I don't think they really gave up. I wouldn't say we was ever out of control of this game, or we was never looked like we was winning it, but they showed they can get forward, especially down our sides, and they earned a lot of corners, if I remember rightly. Not sure if statistics will back that up. I think we had an encouraging start to the game. Like I said, you're looking at it pre-game, you know, we're calling on Marie, we're calling on Saliba, Callum Chambers is there. You know, these players are trying to get first team minutes or working their way from fitness or using this system or using this, better yet, playing at this level to keep them ticking over. Someone like Saliba, as we approach January, where he probably should head out on loan if he's not going to be used at first team. You've got kiddo TAYLOR-HART. You lot know me, I wax lyrical about this guy. He had a good, encouraging game against Spurs' 23's in pre-season, and it's a make or break season for him in terms of earning a pro deal. And I think it's now a point where it's not make or break. It's like, is he going to stay here or go elsewhere? He deserves his pro deal. He got his start today. He got a goal and he won a penalty. Like I said, man, first 10 minutes, I think we started off strong. That's what I wanted to see against a Derby side. We started strong. We're knocking the ball around comfortably. You know, so it's a big test for our boys, because there's no Balogun as well. You know, how are we going to score goals without our star man? I know Muller's there and he did what he needed to do. I think we looked alright, man. Miguel Aziz got an assist today and he looked good from start to finish. Sometimes I think he needs to play to a higher level a bit more if he's going to get into the first team. But he was, you know, he was knocking nice balls around. Ben Cottrell was buzzing around. Saw a bit of handbags between him and a Derby player when we was winning the game. You know, our fullbacks are going forward. Saliba's looking good on the ball. Marie's, you can see he's being very vocal. Chambers the same. We're looking all right, man. We're looking all right. We're looking good, man. First 10 minutes can only be described, in my opinion, as one-way traffic, and shortly after that we obviously got the first goal. Kiddo TAYLOR-HART is brought down, if I can remember correctly. Ben Cottrell, the captain, steps up. You know, he doesn't miss from the spot and he converts it and he gets us off the mark, and it's 1-0 at this moment in time. For me, obviously, like I said, Derby are a good team. They've got a good 11. They will hurt you if you give them opportunities. Even as much as I felt we were in control, they were getting down the sides quite a lot, and they got some good technical footballers. Like their number 11, he was decent. I can't remember his name. It might be Cameron something. Should really have the team sheet in front of me. But they're knocking it around. But the danger is, if you don't go off and kill this game, you're going to be made to pay for it. And we had a number of chances. There was one, Miguel Aziz put one lovely low driven cross into the box in the first half, and there was no one to get onto it. It fell to Ben Cottrell eventually, but there was too many Derby shirts and he got crowded out. That was more or less the theme of the first half. You know, we were comfortable in possession. Everybody looked up for it. You know, you had Serge and Catalin on the right hand side, you know, playing as a right winger. He's getting involved when he can. We're doing all right, but like I said, you need to cement the game, kill it off, cement the 3 points. And then in the 42nd minute, they obviously scored their equaliser. They missed a penalty before then as well. They obviously scored their equaliser. And like I said, they've been banging on the doors here and there. We shot ourselves in the foot. It's actually a good cross to the far post from the left hand side into the far post. He gets in between Arsenal defenders. I did think Marie could have done better, but it is what it is. It's a good cross, 1-1, 42nd minute, and that's what I mean. You know, you've been doing everything right coming into the closing stages of the first half. You switch off for a minute, the whole team talk probably changes, you know, and that's what these boys need to cut out if they're going to have careers at Arsenal or elsewhere. Second half, you know, I can't at half time, better yet, I can't complain. I think we're playing well. I think man to a man, I'm comfortable. I think the experienced players, Saliba's having some good touches and some good passes. Not really anything to write home about, but they look convincing. You know, the Ben Cottrells, the Azizes, the Mullers, you know, kiddo TAYLOR-HART consistently down the flanks. We look like we could score some goals and do things. So we just need to go out and do exactly that, and to obviously get 2 more in the second half is obviously good as well. Sijan gets the assist, and it's a very instinctive finish in the 48th minute from Muller, the newly recruit at this level. And he, you know, I've got a lot of time for him. He can play as a target man, but he's got technical abilities, and obviously it was a good instinctive finish. It won't be, you know, no end of season highlight sort of goal, but they all count. 2-1, restore our lead, and now first and foremost, can we retain this lead? No more conceding silly goals. Next step, can we build upon it, because it's still only a goal ahead. So when Kiddo Taylor-Hart obviously popped up, and he deserves it, you know, he's slipped in by Miguel Aziz and he caresses it into the far corner. He deserves his goal. He's won a penalty. He's looked lively. You know, his season, every time I look at him, he's been very consistent. You know, the reason you know, he should have been here at the start of the season, but he probably needed to earn that right, and he's been playing to that standard where you can't ignore him for 23s. I know we're missing George Lewis through injury. I believe Salah-Ad-Din is the same case, but take advantage. You know, you want to see Kiddo Taylor-Hart step up into this. Do I think he's ready for first team? No, but you see the struggles with the wingers. You never know. For me, he needs a contract. SALIBA, I don't understand why he's playing at this level. Ben Cottrell, for me, within the next 6 to 8 months, needs to head out on loan either for next season or play a part on loan this season. From a selfish point of view, of course, retain him at Arsenal. For what I believe is best for his development, he needs to go and be out of his comfort zone now. And I think Miguel Aziz is a year away from potentially being thrown into that as well. Akinola, obviously, when we're Arsenal Football Club, we look more towards the wingers and the showmen. I've got a lot of time for Akinola. God knows if he's going to make it here or not, but I really like him. He breaks down play. He plays with his heart. He played well, man. Man to a man, I think we all played well. They had a man sent off towards the end and whatnot, so it went from bad to worse for Derby. But what can I say? We've scored 3 goals. We've conceded a pen and it's been missed. You know, Brooke Norton, Coffee apologies, came off the bench and looked impressive in his little cameo and his little minutes. You know, I can't complain. It's 3-1. It's a tough season at this level for 23's, or it started off, and it's getting a bit better now with a couple of victories and a couple of points on the board. But we need to go again next week. And like I said, man, I'm happy for Kiddo Taylor-Hart. He took his opportunity in one of his first opportunities at this level, and he's given Bold something to remember him by. SALIBA, I don't understand why he's at this level. Chambers looked alright as well. He had a shot in the first half that could have went in. Well, it weren't going in, but he's tried to set the levels. So it's good, obviously, for him to get minutes and whatnot. Marie, so weren't really tested, but I think he could have done better for the goal, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. It is what it is for Arthur Okonkwo. Obviously, he's had a very tough time with injuries. I don't want to talk about a man's business, and it will be revealed one day, but he's had some health issues away from football, which is kind of, you know, stopped him from playing. So it's nice to see that he's back in the 23 setup, that he's, you know, playing football and that he's healthy again. Because this is a man that when he signed his scholarship at 16 years of age, we had to fight very hard to keep. You know, he was a schoolboy on the bench and being used. He is still quite raw, but you never know what could happen for you at Arsenal. So what can I say, people? Perfect performance. Nice to see Serjan Catalin and Miguel Aziz get assists. For me, I'm most encouraged with Kiddo Taylor-Hart's performance, because he took his chance. He got a start. He took his chance. You know, and now Bold has some real options. You've got George Lewis, who's been playing well. You've got him. There's some other options to flirt against, and whatnot. I won't say we didn't miss Balogun, because I think we did, but in a healthy way we didn't. We still scored 3 goals. We didn't look like lack of a goals was our issue. Obviously, Balogun was not involved. Hopefully he's involved. Hopefully he's involved at the weekend, or at least he plays for Arsenal. So yeah, it is what it is in that regards, people. I just want to see very quickly our next fixture, so I can do my bit to update you guys, people. Apologies, because I know a lot of you always say, can you leave some information in relation to when Arsenal's youth next play? And I'm gonna check right now for you guys, people. Apologies. Results. 23's, Arsenal Derby, apologies, people, I'm bugging out about results. Someone could have stopped me and said fixtures. So yeah, Arsenal's next game will be against when is our next game? Well, our next game in the league, I'm not sure if we've got cup competition, but our next game in the league's December the 18th, and it will be against Leicester City. So potentially Vontae Daly Campbell could play against his old team. Obviously, Arsenal's under 18s. If you're wondering where that video is, we didn't play. The under 17s played in the cup, so they didn't play over this weekend that's just gone. Apologies for kicking the screen. And they'll be back involved against Leicester as well on the 5th of December. So this coming Saturday. So it is what it is. I just want to leave you lot, kiddo Taylor-HART, you know, fantastic performance. Arsenal need to give him his pro deal. But on that note, I'm out of here. Please make sure you've hit the subscribe button. Please make sure you like the video. For me, I'd love to hear your comments. Please check out the rest of the content. Make sure you're following me across all my socials. Relevant information is in the description. People, DG.